Beyond the surface, mental health doesn't discriminate, but the way we experience and express it often does. Men and women, bound by distinct societal expectations, navigate mental health challenges in different ways. This isn't about ranking suffering. It's about recognizing the unique struggles each gender faces. We need to move beyond simplistic narratives. It's not as simple as men are from Mars, women are from Venus when it comes to mental health. We need to acknowledge the complex interplay of biology, societal norms, and individual experiences. This exploration delves into the gendered nature of mental health. We'll uncover the hidden struggles of men and women, revealing the often invisible burdens they carry. We'll explore the impact of societal expectations and biological factors, highlighting the need for empathy and understanding. It's time to break the silence. It's time to create a world where mental health is discussed openly, where vulnerability is seen as strength, and where seeking help is encouraged for all.
Men from a young age are often taught to suppress their emotions. Be strong, don't cry, man up. These phrases echo through their lives, creating a barrier to vulnerability. This societal conditioning can have devastating consequences for their mental well-being. Unable to express their struggles, many men suffer in silence. They may turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms, like substance abuse or risk-taking behavior, to numb the pain. The inability to acknowledge and process emotions can manifest in anger, aggression, and even violence. This silence is a crisis. Suicide rates are significantly higher among men, particularly in certain age groups. The inability to seek help, fueled by stigma and societal expectations, has tragic consequences. It's time to redefine masculinity. Strength lies not in suppressing emotions, but in acknowledging and expressing them. It's time to create spaces where men feel safe to be vulnerable, to seek help without shame, and to embrace their full emotional spectrum. Toxic masculinity, a narrow and harmful definition of manhood, lies at the root of many men's mental health struggles. It glorifies stoicism, dominance, and control, while devaluing empathy, vulnerability, and emotional expression. This rigid definition of manhood can be a cage, trapping men in a cycle of self-doubt and pressure. They may feel the need to constantly prove their masculinity, leading to anxiety, stress, and low self-esteem. The fear of not measuring up can be crippling. Furthermore, toxic masculinity can prevent men from forming meaningful connections. Intimacy requires vulnerability, a trait often discouraged in men. This emotional isolation can exacerbate feelings of loneliness, depression, and hopelessness. It's time to dismantle toxic masculinity. We need to challenge the notion that vulnerability is weakness. We need to encourage men to embrace their emotions, seek support, and redefine masculinity on their own terms.
John, a successful businessman in his late 40s, seemed to have it all. Yet beneath the surface, he was battling crippling anxiety and depression. He felt suffocated by the pressure to maintain a facade of strength and control, both at work and in his personal life. John, years of suppressed emotions took their toll. My anxiety manifested in physical symptoms like insomnia and panic attacks. My once thriving career began to suffer. Yet I hesitated to seek help, fearing judgment and stigma. John's story is not unique. It reflects the struggle of countless men who suffer in silence, bound by societal expectations that equate vulnerability with weakness. It's a stark reminder of the urgent need to break down these harmful norms and create a culture where men can seek help without shame.
Women, depression, and the pressure to please women are often expected to be the emotional caretakers. They put others' needs before their own. This can place an immense burden on women, leading to emotional exhaustion and a diminished sense of self. Studies show women experience higher rates of depression and anxiety. It's time to empower women to prioritize their own mental well-being. Section 6. Perfection's unrealistic expectations. How societal beauty standards impact women's mental health. From a young age, women are bombarded with images of unattainable beauty standards. Magazines, movies, and social media perpetuate a narrow definition of beauty, often digitally altered and unrealistic. This relentless pursuit of perfection can have a devastating impact on women's mental health. Body image issues, eating disorders, and low self-esteem are just some of the consequences of these unrealistic standards. Women may feel pressured to conform, leading to unhealthy dieting habits, excessive exercise, and even cosmetic surgery. The constant comparison to others, fueled by social media, can exacerbate these issues. Likes, followers, and comments become a measure of self-worth, leaving women feeling inadequate and anxious. It's time to challenge and redefine beauty standards. We need to promote body positivity, celebrating diversity and individuality. We need to teach young girls to value their inner qualities over their appearance, fostering a generation of confident and resilient women.
Section 7. Sarah's story. Navigating anxiety in a world obsessed with appearance. Sarah, a bright and talented college student, struggled with crippling social anxiety. She felt constantly judged, her self-worth tethered to her appearance. The pressure to conform to societal beauty standards felt suffocating. I spent hours scrolling through social media, comparing myself to others, Sarah confessed. The more I looked, the worse I felt. I started believing that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't pretty enough. Sarah's anxiety intensified. She avoided social situations, her self-esteem plummeting. She resorted to extreme dieting and excessive exercise, her physical health suffering alongside her mental well-being. Sarah's story highlights the insidious impact of societal beauty standards. It underscores the need to dismantle these harmful ideals and foster a culture that values authenticity, diversity, and inner beauty above all else.
Section 8. The biological underpinnings, hormones, aggression, and their influence on mental well-being. Biological factors contribute to gender differences in mental health. Hormonal fluctuations in women impact mood and energy levels. Estrogen and progesterone influence serotonin and dopamine, affecting mood. Testosterone in men is linked to aggression and risk-taking. Understanding these interactions aids in effective mental health interventions. Section 9. Bridging the gap. Understanding the interplay of biology and societal expectations. Mental health is not solely determined by biology or societal norms. It's a complex interplay of both, with individual experiences further shaping our emotional well-being. Recognizing this interconnectedness is crucial for fostering understanding and providing effective support. For instance, while hormonal fluctuations can contribute to mood swings in women, societal pressures and lack of support can exacerbate these experiences. Similarly, while testosterone might play a role in aggression, toxic masculinity and the lack of healthy emotional outlets can fuel destructive behaviors. We need to move beyond simplistic explanations and embrace a nuanced understanding of mental health. This requires open conversations, challenging stereotypes, and fostering empathy for the diverse ways in which mental health challenges manifest in men and women. By acknowledging both biological and societal influences, we can create more informed and compassionate approaches to mental health care, tailored to the unique needs of each individual. Section 10. Breaking the silence. The power of vulnerability and open conversations. The first step towards dismantling the gendered nature of mental health is breaking the silence. We need to create spaces where men and women feel safe to talk about their struggles without fear of judgment or stigma. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's the birthplace of connection, courage, and healing. When we share our stories, we realize we're not alone. We normalize the experience of mental health challenges, making it easier for others to seek help. Open conversations can happen anywhere, at home, in schools, in workplaces, and in our communities. We need to encourage men to express their emotions, to seek help without shame, and to support one another. We need to empower women to prioritize their mental health, to challenge societal expectations, and to build strong support networks. The more we talk about mental health, the less stigma it will carry. Openness fosters understanding, empathy, and ultimately healing. Section 11. A call to action. Fostering a world of empathy, support, and mental wellness. Creating a world where mental health is treated with the same importance as physical health requires a collective effort. It's time to move beyond awareness and take concrete actions to foster a culture of empathy, support, and mental well-being. Challenge stereotypes, promote open conversations, and provide accessible mental health resources. Encourage emotional expression and help-seeking behavior in everyone. Normalize discussions about mental well-being and advocate for increased funding for mental health services. Foster a culture of empathy and challenge stigma and discrimination. It's time to create a world where mental health is a priority and everyone feels supported.